two routes that just came out from today. The most exciting Nepetaquest route. Nepetaquest 2, Nepster Rides again. And we're just gonna hop right into things. This is like a visual novel, so it's going to be a lot of reading. Again, let's see. Let's bump the music. Oh yeah, Pesterchum has been an actual thing for a while. Yeah. I haven't actually seen much of Pesterchum. Like, I have the app on my computer, but I never use it. Don't really boot it up. Yeah. Time to face facts. Something is going on here. Not that you didn't already know that. You've had the blurry outlines of all this strangeness for a long time. It's only after your stint with Aradia that you've managed to fill in all of the shapes and colors. Your friends, the companions that you've been to hell and back with, you forgot about them. That feels like, gah, you can't even come up with a sufficiently dramatic mixed metaphor. It feels bad. Your desperate friendship thirst was compelled. You get that, and it's mostly worn off right by now. What the fuck else are you supposed to do? It's basically just your job now, so you'll keep doing that job. Whatever, let's just do the damn route. Who did Equias tell you about? His Moirail, right. You'll try to find her in the middle of the woods, which is a very normal thing to do. You'll be normal. It's a normal kind of day. You zap to the mouth of a cave and are immediately set upon by a wild beast. Yellow eyes flash and sharp teeth glitter. You brace yourself to be made into dinner. The wild lioness sits back on her haunches and contemplates the stranger. Gosh, I fucking love her. Oh, it's that song! I do love that one. The wild lioness sits back on her haunches and contemplates the stranger. That's how you know she does that. She tells you. But taking a closer look, you realize that she's in fact not a wild lioness, but just a very unkempt troll in a green coat and a grubby t-shirt. She smells like a fire pit. AC licks her snout and tries to figure out who has happened upon her den. A friend? A foe? Dinner, perhaps? Oh my gosh, I love her eyes. Like, that's not really like a piece of art that you usually get to like see in like Homestuck proper. The troll girl licks her lips. You realize that even though she is not some bloodthirsty predator, she does have very sharp canines and clawed gauntlets on her little hands. She's small, but with trolls, you've discovered the hard way that size does not translate in a 1-to-1 strength ratio. You tell her that you're a friend, definitely a friend, and not at all the sort of friend that you playfully fight with and then accidentally eviscerate, because you never know with trolls. The girl whose name you have a sneaking suspicion might be Nepeta scratches at her chin. Her fingers curls up like a paw. You worry that she's going to put her eye out with one of those claws. AC wrinkles her nose and wonders what anyone could be doing all the way out here in the wastes. It's not very plausible. That one was a bit of a stretch. How did you come upon my cave? AC says with a growly glower. Oh my gosh, she's so fucking adorable. I love her. Play along. It just so happens that you are an expert RPer, and by expert, you mean you once played Soldier Per Beast with a stressed-out Jadeblood kid, which you'd forgotten until about literally yesterday. Anyway, what you mean is, you've got some moves. Pie. Okay. You go limp and show Nepeta your throat, yielding to who is clearly the alpha female here. You're barely even role-playing here. Every olive blood you've ever met could rip you out your intestines and wear them as a shawl. Nepeta beams down at you before remembering that she is a regal lioness. AC nuzzles the strange little cub and welcomes them to her cave. Appearing to realize that she doesn't need to describe her actions out loud, because you are right in front of her, Nepeta nuzzles you gently with the top of her head. You get the feeling she doesn't get out much. You tell her that you didn't mean to startle her or anything. You think you just have a mutual friend, a big indigo blood named Equias. Nepeta digs her nails into your arms. Her eyes go wide. You know Equias? How? Where did you meet him? Tell me everything. Well, it's kind of a funny story. Before you can get into it, Nepeta launches herself off of you and scampers into the cave. When she runs, her knuckles occasionally touch the ground. You aren't sure if she moves like that naturally or if she is just very, very in character. She pauses at the mouth of the cave and gestures you inside, the sleeves of her coat flopping down past her wrists. I fucking love that coat. I want it. But, like, they're all out of my size on, like, for fans by fans. It's homophobic. If you had parents, they probably would have taught you not to follow cat girls into cave, but you didn't, so you're totally down. The cave is small and chilly. Several animal pelts cover the cavern floor, from creatures too large to be wolves, but too shaggy to be bears. Maybe some sort of wolf bear? All the furniture is hewn from stone, the cocoon formed from a natural hollow in the rock. Of all the hives you spent the time in, this one is the most rustic. You wonder why. Nepeta isn't a high blood, but she certainly isn't a low blood either. She could have made a hive at least as nice as Tavros's. AC welcomes the strange cub to her den and invites them to sit down wherever they please. She realizes that her visitor is probably sleepy and hungry. Luckily, AC has a fresh kill. Oh great, that is really lucky. Oh my gosh, I love this. Fucking love her. Yes, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who wrote this? Who? Let's see. Writers. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you, Aisha, for my life. Nepeta skips back outside, leaving you alone and feeling, well, like you followed a feral child into her cave. Torchlight burnishes, shapes strange and forbidding, the irregular flicker disorienting. People used to do everything by firelight. No wonder medieval art is so preposterous. Dogs with the faces of old men and old men with the faces of babies. She is baby. She is 100% baby, and I love her. And speaking of art, drawings pepper the cave walls. Shaky and crude, although you doubt even Michael fucking Angelo could do much with a canvas like this. The pictures seem to depict Nepeta and various other trolls, some of whom you think you recognize. You see Karkat's nubby little horns and Equace's broken ones. A few pictures have viciously been scratched out. A couple of self-portraits of Nepeta also feature a large, sleek white cat. You wonder if that's her hunter Sona. Lion Sona? Whatever. Then you hear a growl behind you and realize, oh right, Nepeta has a lusus. Hot, damp breath touches the back of your neck, and you turn as slowly and carefully as you can. Oh, hello, kitty. She's so good. I love her. Two hissing mouths open in two snarls as a big cat backs you up against the cavern wall. Oh, Pounce, stop that, silly kitty. This is a friend. Nepeta hurries back inside, throwing herself onto her lusus and petting rambunctiously. Pounce's hisses immediately turns to purrs. She rolls onto her back and bats big, terrifying paws in the air. This is so good. Aw, who's a good kitty? Who is the very best kitty? Pounce, we have a guest for dinner. They know Equius. You do, right? Nepeta looks at you with sharp little eyes. You do know my meow rail. You weren't lying? Oh, definitely not. You'd never lion. You'll never forget Equius no matter how hard you try. Although you did recently forget every single person you ever knew. That will absolutely never happen again, though. You won't allow it. Damn it. AC leaves her weird friend in the very capable paws of her lusus while she goes to prepare a delicious meal. Oh, damn, Nepeta, please don't go away and leave your guest alone with a ferocious beast. But Pounce seems pretty well placated by Nepeta's insistence that you are a friend and not food. She curls up on one of the animal pelts, tucking her head. Her tail twitches and her eyes flick. You're pretty sure she's only pretending to sleep, but she's giving you a shot, and if you fuck up, it's lunchtime. You sit very still and try your best to look unthreatening. Just a little while ago, this would have been easy. You'd been totally defenseless and thinking the most unthreatening thoughts, but now you remember at least a little of who you are, and you know what you've done, even if some of it was done in dead-end timelines and never actually came to pass. You're not sure you can still call yourself an innocent bystander. Nepeta derails this dangerous train of thought by dragging in a huge haunch. That's really the only word of it, a haunch, something's leg. Wow, when she said she had a fresh kill, you'd figure that was part of the RP, like she was just gonna pull out a DiGiorno or something like that, but nope, she really did tear apart some animal and bring you its legs. She has blood smeared on one chink. Her hair is in pieces across her sweaty forehead. You get why she and Equius get along. They have an equivalent ferocity. Good thing you aren't a vegetarian. You are gratified to discover that Nepeta appears to draw her roleplay line at devouring raw meat. You wonder if trolls could eat meat raw, or if you could make them sick, or if it would make them sick. They definitely seem to be more natural predators than humans are, but then again, most of them live in houses and eat cup noodles and play video games. You've never really met anybody like Nepeta. You watch her build a fire, and then take yourself on a little trip to the mouth of the cave while she cuts up the meat and spears it on steaks to cook. You come back over to the fire when the meat looks a little bit less like flesh and more like food. Honestly, it shouldn't bother you. You've seen and been through so much worse. Guess the mind is a strange and many-layered beast. There you are. I thought you'd run out into the waste like a big, powerful idiot. It's dangerous out there. Well, she went out there, although it's possible that she is dangerous too. That makes Nepeta smile. She still can't quite meet your eyes, but she's fidgeting with her gauntlets less than she was before. She still can't quite meet your eyes. She's autistic. I love her. I love her. She's my autistic baby. She's like me. So you really met Equius? Really? Really? She slides up close to you. Almost too close to talk comfortably. You wonder if this is the first conversation she's ever had that wasn't through a computer screen. You tell her that yes, really, you met him. You spent a good amount of time with him too. That's incredible. I've never seen that silly guy hang out with anybody before. Except for maybe Whiskers. Whiskers? Whiskers. I never truly got into Homestuck. I tried before and I'll try again, but like, I would read the wiki and stuff, and to be honest, I'd die for her from what I can remember. I mean, here's the thing about Nepeta, is that she is a character who did not get enough screen time at all. And because of that, the screen time that we saw of her was all just like basically this. And so a lot of people just think of Nepeta as like a sweet and precious darling baby. As opposed to like, I think a character like maybe Vriska, who gets like so much screen time. Like Vriska is like a main character, whereas like Nepeta is just like a side character in the end. And so like Vriska, I think like is a little bit more of a controversial character. I think if we like definitely saw more of Nepeta, like she probably would not be she probably wouldn't be like that kind of thing, because she's a heart player. And according to the extended canon, like in there, heart players are typically like kind of selfish, really. So like I think, I mean, I personally wish wish we got more Nepeta time, but like whatever. Whiskers. Oh, does she mean Vriska? You know her too. Really? Yep. You would probably be hanging out with her right now if she hadn't gone off to do some Antifa shit with Terezi. Gosh, I love that line. You know Terezi too, GC? Oh yeah, for sure. Does Nepeta? You're expecting her to exclaim and wag her imaginary tail. Instead, she goes quiet. Fat pops and sizzles in the fire. Across the cave pounce lets out a lazy squeak that sounds like it came from a much smaller cat. You ask Nepeta if everything is okay. So what you're saying is that you know all my friends. Well, that's not exactly what you said. It is kind of creepy if you dwell on it, but you keep meeting people through other people. That's normal, right? Well, you did just happen upon Vriska on a beach, and Aradia you found asleep in a field. You haven't asked Nepeta if she knows Aradia, but you're sure that she does somehow. Slowly, Nepeta lifts her gaze from the flames and meets your eyes for the very first time. Maybe it's the firelight or the shadows gamboling on the walls, but she looks haunted, hollowed out and filled with something you can't name. Oh, I feel that. Oh, that's a mood. That is a mood. What are you? Nepeta may be goofy and playful and awkward, but that doesn't make her an idiot, and you get the idea that treating her like one is a very good way to have a very bad time. You tell Nepeta that you don't know what you are or even who you are. You certainly know better than you did a few volumes ago, but you think you're an anomaly. You've crash-landed into someone else's story. Nepeta is still watching you carefully, muscles wound tight. She's ready to pounce. On the fire, the meat begins to blacken and burn, but neither of you say anything. There goes dinner. Me and some friends were supposed to play a game. Different from the games that we usually play. Even Equius was going to play this time, and he usually hates games. You want to have a bad time? Yeah. But then the game didn't work. Oh, right, you know about the game. She blinks at you. I dream sometimes. Dreams? Well, that's pretty normal. Not normal dreams, dummy. At least I don't think that they are. I suppose that even if they aren't, I would have anything to compare them to. They're the only sort of dreams I've ever seen. I'm not sure what they are. I see other Nepetas sometimes. Sometimes Pounce is there, and sometimes she is dead, and that always makes me very sad. I see my friends, too. And other people I don't know, but who I think would be pretty good friends if I got the chance. The bright, hopeful note in Nepeta's voice digs deep at the center of you, plucking at your nerves like a cello string. It makes you so impossibly sad. You don't know why. I don't see you, though. I don't think you fit in here. Ouch. I apologize. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. My dreams are probably silly and don't mean anything. She springs up from the fire and back down on Pounce, burying her hands and face in thick white fur. You get up and follow after her, because what else do you do? She'd probably give up on this particular round at this point. You've quite thoroughly killed the friendship mood with all this existential angst. Why does she live all the way out here anyways? Wouldn't it be better to live closer to all of her amazing friends? At least Equius, even Terezi, who is definitely very weird, has a house. Mainly it's in a tree, but it still counts. Oh, I messed up when I was a wriggler. Or I think I did. A big lovely house with windows and lots of furniture for Pounce to scratch. Pounce closes her eyes and purrs. But then, I don't know. Something happened. I remember fire and noise and lots of shouting, and then I was on Pounce's back and we were running for a very, very long time. I think it was pretty terrible. Nepeta's fingers tighten on Pounce's ruff. I like it here. You think back to a different olive-blood girl in an oversized jacket who lived rough, and another who made her living with murder. In fact, you could see Nepeta growing up into someone much like Polypa. Sharper, meaner, all of her bright edges sanded off, her games transformed into a struggle for survival. Even now, sitting bathed in firelight, she looks tired. Every troll you've met carries the same exhaustion between their shoulders, even the high-bloods to a certain extent. They are worn to the bone by the sheer weight of history and a future that promises more of the same. What does one do in the face of such insurmountable misery? How can you, a simple silent protagonist, ever begin to combat something so all-consuming, so monstrous? Nepeta is waiting for you to trudge through your mandatory self-aggrandizing introspective interlude. So you do all you've ever claimed to do. You hold out a hand and wait for her to take it. Zap. Hot damn. Nepeta yelps and jumps in an impressive 4 feet into the air. Fair, you were doing a dramatic gesture and forgot to prepare her for it. Sorry about that. Where? Huh? This is... Despite Equius' incredible strength and barely contained excitement, when he wraps Nepeta up in glistening, obscenely muscled arms, the embrace is the gentlest you've ever been witness to. Aww. This is such an incredibly unorthodox manner for a pair of such as ourselves to become acquainted. I apologize for this gaudy display of public affection. It is extremely unseemly of me. Well, he isn't really in public right now. Actually, the opposite. You're the asshole who popped into his private living space with zero warning. I suppose that's right. This is not the first time you have intruded on my space. Just let yourself in and out. How indecent. Oh, dude, calm down. You'll get sweaty. I am always sweaty. Equius, you're smooshing me. Oh. Equius lets go, but he doesn't step away. He's looking like the Nepeta that, he can't quite believe she's real. Are you real? I think so. I don't know how I got here. Don't worry about it. Just think of it as a reward for being such a very good kitty. Wow, is that a weird thing to say? That was pretty weird. You'll take it back. Nepeta doesn't appear to have noticed you're fumbling. She's camping around Equius in an increasingly excited circles. Maybe you can't quite fix these kids' lives. Maybe you can't improve society, but when it really comes down to it, you have the power to bring friends together, and damn, you'll take it. I love this ending. Alright, who wants to get fucked up by a cat? Because we're gonna do the bad endings. Oh boy, got a little teary-eyed there at the end. Switch, stop this nonsense. You tell Nepeta that you will happily explain to her exactly who you are and what you're doing, skulking outside her cave. But could the two of you maybe key down the drama, talk like normal people? You've been down this road before, and it's kind of bringing back painful memories. Oh no. Do I want to continue this, or do I want to have my heart break? Oh. Nepeta leapfrogs off of you, distinct olive flush crossing across the bridge of her nose. Wow, you didn't mean to embarrass her. Just a productive convo doesn't seem possible, as one of you is pretending to be a lion or whatever. I hate this. Nepeta nods jerkily, her gaze is firmly fixed on a boulder a few feet to the right of you. Her body language, which moments ago had you wanting to zap for cover to protect both your dignity and internal organs, is now stiff and wary. She looks even smaller than before. I hate this. I hate this. Why am I doing this? She mouths something that you can't quite catch. Then she turns tail and scuttles back into her cave. Gosh damn it, Nepeta. Wait. You hurry after her, but you stop at the sound of a deep, resonant growl. There's something in that cave, and it's definitely not a kid playing a game. Wow, that sucks. That's absolutely the worst thing I've ever done. I hate this. We play along. We go there, and then we deflect. Ha ha ha, wild. It's really wild that she doesn't see you in her dreams. No reason. Oh, by the way, does she want to see your sweet powers? You have super sweet powers. Zap. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. Oh, we're gonna die. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Jade's room is bright and cheery. Fresh flowers and hanging pots, curtain pulled open wide, till then the afternoon sunlight. Jade sits on her bed, while Dave paces in front of a line of squiddle toys, carefully assembled in neat ranks. The blue one is clearly in charge. Look at his dominant posture. Also, he's the only motherfucker not tentacled deep in this homie. He's an untingled buddy that is some shit that really cuts to the core of, like, emotions. It's actually because the magnets in him are messed up and always have been. Harley, you are ruining the magic. Come on. Oh, hey, mailman. Did you bring another stray alien? Because the last one has a fucking attitude and also surprisingly good snack sense. Snack sense? Yeah, sense for snacks. Like, you'd think it would have occurred to me before to combine M&Ms with popcorn, but it never did. Guess cause I wasn't raised right. But yeah, Carcat has a good tongue. You can't just say these words. You can't say words like that and not have us, like, immediately start thinking about, like, shipping or whatever. Like, you can't write lines like this. I mean, it's probably intentional, honestly. Aisha, I think, said on PGen Pod yesterday or Thursday, I don't know when, that I think they ship Dave Cat. That's not what I meant. Anyway, hi, Troll Girl. Sup? Oh, yes, I wanted to meet you guys. Are you the same aliens who harassed us for years and then stopped for seemingly no reason, but actually probably because the fake mailman ruined everything? Wow, damn, Jade. Sorry, that's not how I meant it. Who are you people? Where am I? Jade takes a step toward Nepeta, who bristles and hisses, her back arching. At this point, you're pretty confident in your assessment of the bug theming for the trolls, but they really continue to be cat-adjacent, don't they? Maybe cats are just the only cultural touchstones you have for fierce but skittish creatures with a lot of hair. While you're busy pondering cats, Nepeta does a wild scamper for the window. Oh fuck, this is a tower, this is a tower, this is a... Fuck, you really didn't think that one through. Sorry, Nepeta, you should have really... Holy shit, something sure as hell on fire. Little Timmy's dad fell asleep at the grill. Dude had one too many Bud Light limes and burned the whole fucking rag of ribs. Ribs ain't cheap, Dad. Now the barbecue's up in smoke. Who's gonna eat that Walmart potato salad without ribs? No one, that's who. Oh damn, you got a little overzealous with your zaps and brought Dave along with you. So this is where Carcat's from? No wonder he has such a spastic pile of personality disorders. Pretty rank in here. Well, at least Beck prevented you from bringing Jade along. Oh. Oh no. This isn't the ruins. This isn't the island. Sorry to just crash your party like this, Nepeta. You really didn't mean to bring like half your alien friend group into her house. These are characters who never even got a chance to interact with each other, and like that's... Huh. Nepeta is standing beside the dying fire, where the haunch has fallen apart into blackened chunks. Her hands are twisted in the layers of her coat, and she is shaking from head to foot. Gosh, you just completely evaded her space. You are so totally... Oh, I know that sound. Grr. Oh no. Oh no. Pounce has placed herself between Nepeta and the rest of you. Or more accurately, between Nepeta and Jade. Her hackles are up, her two mouths are hissing. Oh fuck, does she smell Beck on Jade? This sucks, actually. Pounce, wait, don't do anything yet, just pounce! Do you get there in time? We're gonna do a save. Pounce's claws feel as big as they look. They're sharp too. Sharp claws, incredible those claws. Santa Claus. Red soaks into the green velvet of your dress, sucking it heavy against your chest and stomach. Christmas. When whistles in your ears, accompanied by the strange ringing of chimes. Oh no, those are screams. You collapse backwards, waiting for the inevitable curtain of darkness to fall on your consciousness. Oh well, you'll do better next time. Or not. Instead of hitting the ground and finding yourself catapulted back to a menu screen, a pair of hands catches you and eases you down to the cave floor. Several pairs, actually. Your head is cushioned by something soft, and for a moment the voices around you come into focus. Don't have any idea what to do, do you know? First aid and shit, but I'm pretty sure they don't actually have organs. Shh, please, everyone be quiet. Darkness closes in on you, but it's a kinder darkness than you're used to. A darkness untouched by failure. Consciousness fades back in on slow waves of sensation. The first thing you see is firelight on the cave wall. Strange shadows lapping across the rock and playing out a story you believe you could understand if your body was a little less heavy and your brain less full of mush. You try to sit up. Wow, you're not going to sit up. Don't try to sit up. You're going to start bleeding again. Dave, go get Nepeta. They're awake. Oh, dope. Okay. Hey, Leon. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. I twitch my cutest fuck little nose in a sultry come hither for the homeless Catwoman alien who lives in this cave. Gosh, I fucking love Dave Strider. Oh my gosh. I'm coming. Hold your hoof beasts. Jade, Dave, you're both here on Alternatia? You didn't think that was possible, at least not for Jade. Yeah, I was gonna mention back before you got gutted by Kimbo the White Lion. I don't think that worked. Don't you always get dog blocked? You thought you did, but maybe just caught a lucky break and got in there while Beck was napping, or doing some other important dog stuff. I guess Beck has been acting sort of weird lately. He's been way less protective and bossy. He doesn't even get shirty when I go to the ruins. Jade, I hate to break it to you. That's not weird, that's normal. Dogs are supposed to chew the remote and shit on the carpet, not raise you from childhood. Animals are not parents. You know a couple of trolls who might disagree with that, but you digress. Wow, your body doesn't feel good. That's because Pounce almost killed you. I wasn't even sure you could die, but you proved me wrong. You did a pretty good job of almost dying. But you aren't dead. Dave held your guts in. It was very gross and extremely fascinating. Wasn't a big deal. What kind of clown hasn't staunched copious bleeding from a gut wound, honestly? Time to go back to preschool, kids. You are impressed and horrified. Dave shrugs. Jade sewed you up like she's a fucking Susan B. Anthony with that needle. Except not American. Was Susan B. Anthony American? Did America even exist at that point? Maybe she was English. I've never sewn up anything that wasn't a corpse. It was fun. Okay. Again, you are terrified, but impressed. Look, the two of them, they're okay. They look alright. A little grimy, but otherwise unharmed. You're really sorry that you zapped them here and then passed out for what was most likely days. I'm chill. Yeah, it's been great, honestly. Which really does go to show how fun our normal lives are. Yeah, kind of pathetic, actually, when you think about it. But Nepeta has Wi-Fi, at least. He holds up his phone, open to the Messenger app. You can just make out the familiar lines of red and gray text. Move over, Aquet, coming through. Nepeta appears, shooing aside Dave and Jade, and hunkering down at your bedside, or on your pile of furs on the cave floor. Her hair hangs limp around her face, and patches of your blood liberally stain her coat. But apart from that, she seems to be in an excellent mood. Hi, Nepeta. Sorry for bleeding all over the place. Don't be silly, silly. Just drink this. She hands you a small clay cup full of something hot. What is it? Herbs. She pronounces the H. What kind of herbs? Oh, herbs. Healthy ones. Probably some dank shit, mailman. Better watch out. I feel like Nep knows where to get the nip if you catch my drift. Shh, Aquette, stop being weird. They'll help the healing process. I find them in the woods. Well, damn, if you find them in the woods. I get most of my remedies from the jungle, too, Dave. Grandpa left plenty of antibiotics and formaldehyde, but nothing for a headache or a bad tummy. He just used to tell me to chin up, little Jadelet. Oh yeah, my bro's the same way. Ibuprofen. Never heard of him. There's nowhere to get jungle medicine, though, unless we're talking about the concrete jungle. Like, there's an old guy named Stevie who camps out in the lobby, and he'll fucking hook you up, but also I think he's a sex offender. Your planet sounds like so much fun. Yeah, it's alright. You think Nepeta for the herb, and take a little sip. Sure does taste like a bunch of boiled grass. Could be worse. You think Nepeta probably made the cup herself. She probably made everything in here. Honestly, if there's anywhere on the planet that you could choose to get mortally wounded, doing it near Nepeta was probably the right call. Nepeta smooths your blanket with little nervous passes of her hands. She's back to not looking you in the eye. I had a long talk with Pounce, and told her that she's been a very bad kitty. She feels just awful about it and would like to make it up to you if she can. She is hunting something extra delicious right now. Oh, Pounce didn't need to do that. It really wasn't her fault. You just got your dumb ass in the middle of everything as usual. Better you than Jade. Definitely, since you're the main character, and therefore probably can't die permanently. That makes no sense to me. It's fine. Aquette, can you hand me that Perlo? Okay, which one? What does Nepeta keep calling Dave? Aquette? We bonded over shared interest. Of roleplay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Dave has a persona. Except some of us are totally 100% earnest in our interests instead of acceptably ironic. Which is fine, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Okay, you won't. The world begins to soften around the edges, melting like a scoop of ice cream. These herbs certainly appear to be the good shit. No matter what choices you make, this particular writer gets a hold of you. You tend to do drugs. Your thoughts slide into one another. Dissolving, you see your friends arrayed out before you. The two lonely girls and the strange intense boy with hidden eyes. They watch you anxiously. You started this journey believing that you needed to save these kids. Maybe that's still true. They certainly need someone to fix the mess of their lives and their planets and the crushing weight of brutal reality bearing down on them, but maybe you need saving too. Maybe you can all save each other. Whatever. You're high. You'll rest now. That wasn't a bad end. You know what? That was good. I'm glad that existed. Alright, let's watch Jade get mauled. The next few moments happen so fast that you barely have a chance to catch sight of them, let alone intervene. Pounce leaps over to Nepeta, landing on a rock and springboarding off it with her back legs and right at Jade. Oh fuck, oh no, Pounce's claws are so big and so sharp and Jade is just a little girl. Oh, bang. Oh, yeah, I mean, I can't say I didn't expect that, but... Pounce hits the ground with a thud so heavy it vibrates through your legs. Smoke curls out of the nose of Jade's rifle, the shot so loud enough to make you all go temporarily deaf, so you don't hear Nepeta scream as more than a sigh, like the wind or the distant wail of a train. She leaps for Pounce, eyes blazing wide and then seething. Jade starts forward and Nepeta shrieks, raking out with her claw gauntlets and catching Jade across the arm. Oh, that's definitely Nepster hours. Holy fuck. Jade reels backwards, arm held protectively against her chest. Her shoulders heave with thick, choking breaths, then she turns and runs from the cave. Jade. Fucking shitty dick. Dave tears off after her. Holy shit, this is a complete nightmare. You teeter, torn between two disasters. Nepeta cradles her, looses his head in her lap, rocking slowly back and forth. You say her name once, twice. She doesn't even seem aware that you're here. You've done everything you can here. That is, you've done nothing. You hurry to the mouth of the cave, hoping to get a glimpse of red and white. There's nothing, just the endless sway of trees and chirps of night creatures. Nothing to suggest that two human kids, one bleeding profusely, have ever been here. Motherfuck, how could you let this happen? You need to find those kids. Imagine Jade, her copious hair, the bright smile, her tired eyes. You stand at the edge of the canyon. alone. It's clear that there's no one around for miles. You aren't anywhere near Nepeta's cave. Jade could never have gone here this fast. You mess up somehow. You think of Jade again, but this time you add in her stricken expression, the blood dripping from her forearm. You appear in an old train station. Fuck, okay, at least you can see the damn woods now, but still no Jade. You think of Dave, sardonic glint, casual lean, muttering his jokes to himself before typing them out. It's Carcat's place. Shit, damn it. This isn't even the right planet. Ugh. Yeah, you know, calm down, T-posing god person. You zap back to the mouth of the cave. The fire has died down. Everything is still, and just the sight of the dark opening makes you feel sure you are not welcome here. A girl lost her Lucis, and it is your fault. 2 human strangers are lost in the wilds of Alternatia, and it is your fault. Your powers are growing. You can feel it. That's why Beck couldn't stop you. Then why can't you find the kids? Because they aren't where they belong. You fucked something up again. The continuity, the timeline, something. Thematically, Dave and Jade don't fit in here, but now they're stuck, all alone because of you. Oh, that's kind of existential. Alright.